Rome, 113 AD, 1.2 million people, the largest city on earth, an empire stretching from Scotland to the Sahara. But today, you're not an emperor, you're not a senator, you're not wealthy, you're just another body inside the world's first megacity. And this is what one day feels like. Before sunrise, Rome is already awake. You live in the Subura. 50,000 people packed into a few blocks. 5 stories up in a wooden apartment called an insula. No kitchen, no running water, no window. Just a straw mattress and a clay oil lamp if you can afford the oil. The beams above you crack. Fires happen constantly. Collapses aren't rare. Augustus tried limiting building heights. Landlords ignored him. You head downstairs. The stairwell smells of urine. Chamber pots get dumped into the street below. If you're unlucky, you're underneath one. Outside, the city is loud. Carts grind over stone. Merchants shout. Oxen push through mud. Rome never really sleeps. Delivery wagons are banned during the day, so they run at night. The noise never stops. You walk carefully. Sandals sink into filth. Mud mixed with waste. You grab bread from a street vendor. Most Romans don't cook. Cooking burns buildings down. So you eat what you can buy. And then you head somewhere unexpected. The baths, not to relax, to belong. The baths of Trajan stretch over 11 hectares. Entry costs almost nothing. Slaves, shopkeepers, senators. Everyone comes here. You leave your clothes with an attendant and hope he doesn't steal them. First, exercise. Men wrestle naked under open sky. Then heat. The caldarium is suffocating, steam thick. Floors heated from below by furnaces burning constantly. Slaves shovel wood all day to keep it running. Then the plunge. Cold water that shocks your lungs. This routine is supposed to sharpen the body. But what really sharpens here is information. In the steam, men whisper. Who took bribes? Who's sleeping with who? Who might fall next? Rome runs on gossip as much as law. Mid-morning, the forum. This is the heart of everything. Politics, religion, commerce, all compressed into one space. Lawyers scream over each other inside the Basilica Julia. 4 trials at once. Crowds cheering like it's sport. A contract is sealed in hot wax. 7 witnesses required. Public validation matters here, not paperwork. Nearby, a condemned man waits. Justice in Rome is visible. Punishment is theatre. If you're powerful, the law protects you. If not, it makes an example of you. By noon, hunger wins. You head to Trajan's market. 6 levels carved into a hillside. More than 150 shops. Fish from Ostia, spices from India, wine from Greece, olive oil from Spain. Everything the empire produces ends up here. You buy stew from a thermopolium. A fast food counter set into stone. Rome consumes about 400,000 tons of grain every year, most of it from Egypt. If shipments stop, Rome starves. So emperors give free grain to 200,000 citizens. Feed them, keep them calm. Afternoon, the Coliseum. 50,000 spectators. Seats arranged by class. Senators below, commoners above. Women and slaves at the top. The game started at dawn with animal hunts. Now it's gladiators. These aren't random criminals. They're trained professionals. Some are slaves. Some volunteered. Fame matters. Money matters. The crowd roars. A mumio, heavy armor, large shield. A retiarius, lightly armored, net and trident. Steel hits steel. Sand sprays. It's over quickly. One man falls, bleeding. The crowd decides, mercy or death. Today, mercy. Tomorrow might be different. Then the cage is open. A lion steps into the light. The noise is overwhelming. By evening, you leave. If you were wealthy, you'd return to a courtyard home. Instead, You walk back into the Subura. Dinner is bread, cheese, maybe olives, no stove, no fireplace. Fire spreads fast in wooden buildings, so you eat cold food, or risk a tavern, which means gambling, fights, prostitution. Respectable people avoid them. Most people don't have a choice. Night falls. The streets grow dangerous. No street lights, no police patrol. The vigiles handle fires, not crime. If you go out, you bring friends and a weapon. Bodies turn up in the Tiber regularly. Meanwhile, delivery carts return. Oxen pulling grain through the dark, wheels grinding stone. Poets complained you couldn't sleep in Rome. They weren't exaggerating. And then you smell it. Smoke. One spark in the wrong place. Wood catches. Flames climb fast. Neighbors shout. Buckets pass hand to hand. Sometimes it works. Sometimes entire blocks vanish overnight. This is Rome. Magnificent, filthy, crowded, violent, advanced enough for aqueducts and sewers, crude enough for waste in the street, free grain and public baths, blood sport and public executions. 1.2 million people, making it work. 2,000 years later, we still live in cities built on the blueprint they tested here. Scale, crowds, inequality, spectacle, and survival. This was one day in ancient Rome, and tomorrow it starts again.